Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another video essay of mine, or a podcast, whatever you want to call it. It's not exactly a podcast, but it's the closest thing that I can do in that kind of regard. Fun fact of the day, did you know Anderson Cooper is actually 53 years old? Which makes me sad because that means eventually he's going to shift off of this mortal coil, and I always thought he was going to be an immortal being. I thought he was ethereal with that beautiful white hair and those piercing blue eyes. I thought he would live forever, but sadly not. Anyway, I want to talk about the topic of beating your kids. I know that's going to come off as a little bit of a, oh my god, red zone topic, but hear me out. Sometimes your kids need to be beaten. I am the manifestation of the Library of Alexandria when it comes to beatings. Not that I was actually physically abused, it was more emotional. But anyway, that's not exactly the topic here. I saw a post, I'm not sure if I can find it. If I do, I'll put it somewhere on the screen. But it was basically a flow chart of, you shouldn't beat your kids, you should use reason. So it was clearly made by kids who were never beaten before. And when you think about it, kids are kids. They're not going to understand reason until they're at least 10 years old, or nowadays it's probably until they're 16. So you probably just want to be safe and throw in a few extra bitch slaps here and there, just for your own sake, so you don't feel like a failed parent. Now, of course, there's always a gray area when it comes to beating your kids. You don't want to beat them. You don't want to give them a good slap just because they spilled some fucking Rice Krispies all over the floor, and now you need to get your depressed trophy wife to clean it up all the time. So you don't want to get out the good old trusty belt. You don't want to start you don't want to summon Grapthar's hammer and start crushing heads. You don't want to get a shotgun and start blowing knees off. You just want a quick slap. A quick slap, a quick hit, a quick ass spanking, which was very common for me. I got my ass spanked on several occasions because, I'm going to be honest, I was a little bit of a bitch. Kids who aren't beaten normally turn out to be snowflakes, and I myself am not a snowflake. I have gotten several spankings, slaps, etc., and I turned out to be a decent human being. I'm only majorly psychologically damaged because of it. And back to the point of, use reason with your kids. What, 6-year-old kid is going to understand reason? Listen here, little Timmy. Don't break that vase again, or you're not going to get cookies. Hey guys, civil rights activist Peter Griffin here. I just realized, going back into editing, you can't necessarily break a vase again. And that was a really poor analogy, whatever the hell you want to call it. I don't know what the word is, but you get the point. It was a really terrible example, and I apologize for that, but you get the point. I mean, that'll kind of scare them, but, with their tiny 6-year-old mind, they're probably going to forget that at all. But it's like training a dog. Normally, if they do something bad, you don't want to hit dogs. Hitting dogs is not cool. Hitting any sort of animal is not cool. Unless it's a spider, because you want to fucking smash that thing against the wall and just leave it there as a trophy. Like how you hang up a deer head after hunting. You just basically keep the spider corpse there. With training dogs, they do something bad. You want to teach them not to do it, because with dogs, repetition is going to make them learn something. So, if they chew your favorite pillow, your favorite body pillow, you probably just want to let that thing go, because you probably don't want to ever use it again if your dog's gotten a hold of it. You maybe make them want to go outside to the doghouse, and then in the pouring rain, and with a chance of them getting struck by lightning, but at least it'll give them a lesson. Like, if I do this bad thing, no more human attention for at least half an hour. Or an hour, whatever, I don't care. So, with kids, however, it's the opposite. You want to give them a good smack. Like a story of mine, I did this my brother did this really stupid thing where he'd flood the sink or something and, make a quote-unquote waterfall out of it. And I thought it was pretty cool, 2-year-old me. I was like, fuck yeah, this is magic, I want to do this. And so I did it. First time, hey, don't do that. That's not cool. You shouldn't be doing that. Second time, Come on, man, this isn't funny. You really need to stop. Third time I did it. Hey, Mom, look at me. I'm so cool, right? Good boy me.
No, bad boy you.
So yeah, that was basically my story. And I asked my mom about that, and no, I never did it again. So it is good to hit your child every once in a while. You know, not all the time. You know, you want to give them the fake love that they deserve, make them feel like they're welcome in your house. So I'm not a father yet, but I know if I was, my child would probably be taken away because the Child Protective Services have probably seen this video and think that I'm probably pro beating your child or animal, which isn't exactly the case. You know, there is a gray line that you shouldn't cross. You know, like with a belt, it's not cool. With anything else, it's not cool. You know, be a man and use your hands. Like, come on, it's not that difficult. And what's a 6-year-old gonna do? Cry about it? Yeah, that's all they're good for. But anyway, that was about it. Beating your kids is kind of cool, but don't do it all the time. See ya.